Hello students and welcome back. So the class has decided that they want to make Hangman as their final assignment before we go into the actual final test. So we're going to break this down to 2 weeks. But first let me show you what the finished product will wind up looking like. And of course this is a blank shell, but if I will to, oops, let me hit the actual Python for run module. Here's what a game of Hangman is. So first I draw my little, I guess, Hangman's post, and I have down here the letters that I could potentially the word is. So I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Now this letter, this word was picked from a random word out of a word bank, and I'm going to just guess a letter. And here's the potential letters I can guess. So I'll just pick Z. And of course, obviously, there was no Z in it. So it's now telling me, well, let me shrink this up a little bit. So there is no Z, so I grew the head. And now you'll notice the letter Z is gone from my word bank. So if I hit Z again and try it a second time, it'll tell me you've already guessed that letter. Guess again. Now, because we're going to be nice, we're not going to, tell them, oh, you guessed the same letter twice, here's a new body part. So I don't know, let me hit E. Oh, there's no E. But as you notice, E is also gone. Let me go with A. Oh, there's still no A. Well, there's got to be a vowel somewhere. O. Okay. Now, I know in my example, I've made these all snakes, so I'm trying to think of what snake has all those things in an O. Let me go with I here. Nope. U. Really, I have no more vowels, huh? T. Okay, I got a T. R. L. I game overed. So I lost. But let me just run this module. Let me just run this module again. And this time, let's see what happens if I'll actually win. Let's go with E. Nope. A. O. There's an A. Okay. A I got. A, it's an asp. And once I got it correctly, it said I guessed it. I won. I won the game. So that's a game of Hangman. So first thing we're going to obviously need is we're going to need a few banks here. We need one for our letter bank. We also need one for our pictures. And we're also going to need one for the random words because there's multiple words that we got. So we're dealing with a grand total of 3 lists in this entire program. Okay? So we have 3 lists we're going to have to work with. And we're going to have to make, a string for our word, a string to fill in the word, so those little dashes that we had beforehand, figuring out how many letters we need. And of course we're going to need to, obviously add the letters to that and fix it so that it fills in and as we go along. So there's a couple of things we're going to need to do with this. So let's just get started. So if we're picking a random word, the first thing we need to do, obviously, is import random, because we're going to be picking something random, right? And now, before we go into anything with word banks, let's just start off with making ourselves a list of how we're going to win. Or sorry, of how we're going to lose. Okay, let's make the pictures. Now, I'm just going to name these Hangman, because that's, the actual physical looking at the hangman. You can name it whatever it is you want. Now, remember, triple quotes means I can take up multiple lines of a certain item. So if I want to make it something here and something here, then that would all work because I used triple quotes. And as long as I just add a comma, I can then have, more triple quotes and have more stuff more stuff, and then triple quote, and this will count all as one part of one line. So yes, you'll probably wind up getting, maybe 50 lines just for the drawing. But we don't have to do it that difficult either. We could simply have it be a situation like if we want to have, there be just a number of X's until you lose. We could just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the next one would literally just be 1X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'd have 2 X's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then have 3 X's, and then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can tell, we are eventually going to fill up all those slots with X's. And we could just make the X's how many, however, if once they all get filled up, that's when we lose. We can just do something as simple as that. It's not going to matter, really, what your drawing is. It's Hangman, so, if you want to make a guy hanging from a tree, you can make a guy hanging from a tree. But, for the sake of keeping it all simple, you can just do something like this. And then there's your list. There's your list of all your items. You can just do something like that and keep it all on one line and avoid confusion. That's all right. But we haven't gotten anything wrong. We got one thing wrong. Now we got 2 things wrong until we eventually made the entire body, and boom, that's the end. So, So, now that we got that stuff in, let's actually start making ourselves a word bank and a letter bank. So, but of course, you guys already know how to make those, so I'll just put them in at the start of the next video.